Well, just another update. As I said on the video a minute ago, the mains water pipe was connected today, and that's all now fine. I just cut the end of the old lead pipe off so you can have a look. Obviously we've got the stopcock that was connected to here with just a normal compression fitting. There's another compression fitting of sorts here, and then that pipe obviously goes into the lead, and then they form, I assume this is lead, they must have some molten lead and some sort of mould they pour into it or around it to make the joint. I was really surprised when I cut this off to find, I don't know whether you can see in there, but I've cut a bit off, but there was very little corrosion or blockage in this pipe. I was expecting it to all be furred up, but I've cut a small piece off of here, and I've just opened it, so that's the piece I've cut off, and as you can see there's very little build up of corrosion on there. I mean, hopefully there's enough build up to protect us from drinking too much lead. I know, I'm just going to see if I can put this camera down and scrape this off. Yeah, I know when we had the water tested a couple of years ago, the lead content was above what it should be, and it reduced considerably when Anglian Water had replaced the old lead pipe from their pipe to the meter, and now we've done our side. There should be no lead in it at all. But you can see there's, it really surprised me how little corrosion there was on this. I don't know what this consists of, whether it's just limescale, but there's not very much to scrape off before you get back to the lead. Hopefully we'll get a few pounds down the scrappies for this. Anyway, so I just thought I'd show you that pipe. Somebody asked the question on YouTube about just how much all of this was going to cost, and I just thought I'd quickly go over some of the costs so far. Anglian Water do not charge for the connection, believe it or not. They came out, dug the hole, made the connection, made it good, and left. No charges whatsoever. Obviously we had to run the 25mm MDPE in, and that's pretty cheap. I've just bought a 25 metre roll, I think for about £24. Anyway, the boiler we're going for is, this is a top of the range one. You can obviously buy cheaper boilers, but I don't see that that's a good move. We've got this based on all the recommendations we found online, and Worcester are one of the only two recommended boiler manufacturers. So we've gone with the 29 CDI Classic combination boiler. We can buy it online with the standard flue kit for about 1,070, 1,080. We did try our local specialist plumbing shop, and they are actually about £30 cheaper. So we're going to be able to get the boiler from a local supplier, which is great. The FW100, which is the weather compensation controller, I quite like the look of, and again we can get that cheaper from our local shop at 149 plus VAT. Of course there are far cheaper options than this FW100, but it's just the one I fancied going for. I don't know what that price is there, 22mm, £88. I think that is our local shop's price for the 22mm barrier pipe, and I'm pretty certain it was substantially cheaper than that online. So I think we're going to be doing a combination of this shop that we found in Wellingborough and a lot of stuff from eBay. Certainly the radiators will be coming from the place I've already mentioned, which was mrcentralheating.co.uk. I've pretty much listed the rads. I've gone around room by room using the BTU output calculator, and you can see the prices online. Unfortunately it's a bit windy here today. I'm just going to try and stack all these papers up before they blur around again. Yeah, so as you can see, the radiators, and I think there was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rads, and I think that may go down actually by one. But the total for the radiators was only 584, which is fantastic considering all of the large ones we've got there. The price from the local shop was almost twice as expensive, so unfortunately we definitely won't be able to shop with them for the radiators. What I'm going to do, or what I have done, is I've done a plan of the first floor. It will just show us where the rads will be put, and the boiler obviously is not going in the loft anymore. It's actually going pretty much directly below that on an outside wall. That way I don't have to worry about getting the flue through the roof, and we've got easy access downstairs in this room that we now want to fit it in. Some of the pipes will have to come up this wall and into the loft space to connect to the old pipe work, and what I've done is just gone around and worked out how many T's we need and bits and pieces. I think when I did this I had made the mistake of thinking I needed to run 15mm plastic pipe all around. Well, that's incorrect. It needs to be 22mm plastic pipe, and although you can make plastic pipe connections to the rads, I'm going to do them in copper. So the 22mm pipe will be run under the floorboards, or in our case I think it will be in the loft space, and then I'll run 15mm copper through the plasterboard to the radiators. So there's no huge expense there. All of the radiators will be backed with radiator foil, well the walls behind the radiators will be anyway, and all of the fittings are not expensive at all. Yeah, you can see on here that I was thinking of a immersion heater tank and header tank. We don't need that anymore. We're going to do away with that. It actually saves a hell of a lot of money. As I said in other videos, our hot water demand is not very much. This combination boiler in this size house would not be suitable probably for families. There's only 2 of us, and we've got electric showers, very small hot water demand. So don't be fitting a combi boiler if there's 4, 5, 6 of you in the household and all wanting showers at the same time. Run off of the boiler. It's not going to happen. So you'd need to look at a system boiler if that was the case. So yeah, whoever asked online, I'm sorry I've forgotten your username, but probably 2,500, something like that would probably cover it. You can do it cheaper, I think, but we're allowing 2,500 to 3,000. And that will probably include the cost of the gas connection, but I'm still working that out. Just I'm not rushing this. There's absolutely no rush. We've got all summer, and I'll work it out bit by bit as I have time, and update everyone on YouTube who's following this as we go. So yeah, that's it. Just a quick update and a quick look at the lead pipe. Hopefully it'll be worth some money at the scrappies. We've got about 30 foot of it to rip up. The only other thing you need to bear in mind is, in the old days, it was fairly common practice to use the copper or lead pipe as an earth. That's incorrect, that's bad practice, but they did. So when if you do have to connect any pipe work and replace it with plastic, you must make sure that pipe work has not been used as any earth connections. All the earth should be through the mains cable back to the supply. But as I say, incorrect practice did lead to pipe work being used as an earth, but I'm assured that is incorrect, so just something to check before you go chopping out lumps of lead or copper. Alright, so more updates later, and as usual, thanks for watching.